Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Battle Court Jai-Alai. Tonight's game day will feature the Cyclones and the Devils. Let's begin with player introductions for tonight's game day. We'll be introducing first the away team, the Cyclones. Number 37, Rock. Number 22, Bueno. Number 23, Eicada. Number 44, Amigarena. Number 69, Inaki. And the captain, number 17, Manu. And now the home team, the Devils. From Hialeah, Florida, number 18, CRB. From St. Petersburg, Florida, number 25, Kubala. From Vitoria in the Basque Country, number 19, Feronda. The captain from Vitoria in the Basque Country, proud to welcome back number 31, Hyro. From Manchester, Connecticut, number 55, Benny. And from Maléon, France, number 64, Nicolas. And with that, the players salute you, the fans, and we are ready to begin tonight's game day. And with the introductions aside, want to welcome everybody into another Friday night edition of the Winter 25 Battle Court season. I am Andrew Blackman, joined as always by Stu Nyman to bring you this late season matchup between the Cyclones and the Devils. How you doing tonight, Stu?
Doing great, Andrew. It's very near the end of this season. It's exciting highlight here in Magic City.
Yes, it is. Let's take a quick look at the standings before we begin the action tonight. Cyclones are eliminated from playoff contention. Devils have secured their spot, just a matter of seeding, so they could potentially play their way up to the number 1 seed, or they could stay as low as the 3 seed. It all depends what happens here tonight. A win would certainly go a long way against this Cyclones team. We're starting in Division 3 with doubles. Inaki and Amigarena get us started against Feronda and Benny.
Inaki serves, ring it in. Benny comes hard from the left side to the inside. Amigarena's there. Powerful backhand. Caught by Benny at the 13. Benny now from 10 line to the inside. Inaki from the 9. Here's the backhand by Amigarena. Amigarena now from the 11 line to the inside. Good catch there at the sidewall. That ball hit the overhead screen, which is out of play. First point of our first match goes to Inaki and Amigarena of the Cyclones. Reminder of the scoring here in Battle Court. First team to reach 6 points wins the set. First team to win 2 sets wins the match.
And you know, the Cyclones are eliminated, as we talked about. Every match involves prize money for the players. This is how they make a living, so they're going to come out and play. This has been one of the better teams for the Cyclones, and a good way to set the tone.
Amigarena down low comes out strong on the left side. That clears the overhead screen. Feronda makes a save. Inaki attacks at the 5. Light touch. Stop by Feronda. Great catch. Here's a backhand by Amigarena. Benny from the 13 to the inside. Robote forehand. This one's stopped by Amigarena. Backhand from the 10 line. Ball missed on the left side of Feronda. That's a second point for the Cyclones. Inaki and Amigarena. Inaki serves.
Well, Feronda's been in probably the best stretch of his Magic City career the last month or so, filling in for Hyro, doing a great job. He's been very aggressive, but again, a little give and take. He goes for a difficult catch there low on the left side. We talked about how those are so difficult to control.
Benny on the backhand to the inside. Here's Amigarena from the 12 line. Backhand by Benny. Benny now from the 10 line again, low and hard to the inside. Robote forehand save by Amigarena. Feronda winds up. Drop shot.
He's there.
Stopped by Inaki. Inaki fires into the outside. Feronda makes a save. And he throws the carom return to score. That's a point for the Devils. Feronda and Benny. Feronda serves.
I'll tell you what, that's been Inaki's go-to shot the last couple game days. Haven't been many players that have stopped it with ease like this. I mean, Feronda just gets outside. Look at what he's got. Sticks the cesta out, makes the catch, and look at where this carom drops. I mean, just inside the boundary. Perfect.
Amigarena hard to the inside. Feronda takes it low at the 8 line. Big backhand. Robote comes right up the middle. Robote left side. Feronda takes it on the bounce at the 7. Cortada stopped by Inaki.
Oh, what a grab.
That forehand is missed. Third point for Inaki and Amigarena of the Cyclones. Inaki serves.
Yeah, I mean, that's just an insane catch by Inaki. Pretty well thrown Cortada, but he snatched it up just before the second bounce and then puts it right on the wall for a difficult Robote return by Feronda. 3-1 lead early for this Cyclones team.
Benny to the inside. Powerfully thrown. Amigarena's there. Feronda calls for the Robote. He makes a save. Here's Inaki. Hard to the outside. Will score. 4 points for Inaki and Amigarena of the Cyclones. Inaki serves.
Feronda wasn't so fortunate the second time around. Inaki gets it here. The Costado shoulder level throw from the left side. Costado straight outside, known as the Philo. Again, you just got to make a tough catch. Have to line it up perfectly. But it's coming up on you so quick that it's just hard to line everything up.
Benny opens up on the left side. Here's Amigarena. Backhand. That ball is missed on the left side of Benny. That's a 5th point for Inaki and Amigarena of the Cyclones. Possible set point.
Again, Benny's been one of the best backcourters in Division III this season. He ranks 10th on the roster, catching at nearly 98%. It's been a great addition, even moving up a rank. Benny's filled in great on this Devils team.
Here's a backhand by Benny. Inaki from the 8 line, powerfully to the back wall. Robote, that rebound off the back wall comes out. Amigarena, great catch, backhand from the 11. Ball tipped at the side wall. That is point and set to Inaki and Amigarena of the Cyclones. 2 minutes go up on the board. We'll come back out, play our second set.
Yeah, 6-1 in that first set. I mean, tremendous play by Inaki and Amigarena, but some shaky play by both Devils to start things off, catching not what we've become accustomed to with both players. I mean, Feronda's won Player of the Day. It seems like every time the Devils have played the last month, Benny's been awesome in the backcourt, and I mean, today they both missed a couple.
Feronda's had some really great catching and really great aggressive play from him throughout the season. But today it's like Inaki and Amigarena were pretty much well flawless. And again, like you said, Benny, that last one right on the side wall, tough catch no matter how you look at it.
Right.
But still a 6-1 in the first set. See what happens in the second set.
Again, this is a rematch of what we saw back on March 10th. So nearly a month and a half ago at this point. Feronda and Benny won that match. It did go to a third set. Match score 5-6, 6-3, 6-5, won by Feronda and Benny. So it came down to the final point of a third set. Feronda and Benny were able to get that win. Devils have won a couple close ones in this run that they've gone on. I mean, it's hard to believe, Stu. There was a point in this season where the Fireballs and the Devils were the bottom two, and now they are the top two teams for the last month. And if the Devils can get just some points, at least a tie over their next 2 game days, they will pass the Renegades and lock up a top 2 seed.
It's an unpredictable nature of Battle Court and Highlight kind of mixed together. Anything can happen on a given game day with an individual player or team.
Yeah, after the first 4 game days for the Devils, their last 9, they just have 1 loss, 4 wins, and 4 ties. But the Cyclones, off to a hot start, 6-1. They take the first set, set 2, ready to begin.
We're ready to begin our second set. Feronda will have the serve for the Devils. Here's the serve. We begin. Benny makes a fine catch at the 13 line on the right side. Backhand by Amigarena. Here's Benny. Backhand to the inside. What a catch at the side wall by Inaki. Here's Benny deep in the backcourt. Inaki midcourt. Backhand to the inside. Wall to wall. Coming out. Robote forehand by Feronda. Robote forehand by Feronda, midcourt. Amigarena moves outside to keep it on the backhand. Benny looking for the Robote. Little clip, caught on the forehand of Inaki. Cortada, picked off by Benny. Big backhand, Robote coming out. Robote forehand. Benny, tough catch at the 12 line. Here's Amigarena from the 13. Feronda's there. Feronda dives to save the Robote. Picked up by Feronda. Feronda sends it deep. Amigarena's up. Makes the grab at the 11 line.
Great recovery.
Robote saved by Amigarena. Benny's advancing. He's got it to 7. Cortada, read and stopped by Benny. Big backhand. Robote forehand by Feronda. Inaki calls for the Robote. Keeps the point alive. Benny will take it on the bounce. Low and hard. Inaki's there again. Backhand. Beautiful catch by Amigarena at the 12 line. Feronda forehand Robote to the inside. Amigarena makes a save. It's low. Scoop by Amigarena. Powerful backhand now by Amigarena. Rebote coming out. Forehand rebote by Feronda. Backhand 2-all. Caught in the air by Inaki. Inaki crossing the wall. Benny with a scoop. There's the backhand. Backhand again. Feronda's there. Feronda, placement inside, and low will score. Well done by Feronda. Feronda and Benny first up on the board in our second set for the Devils. Feronda's got the serve.
After a generally aggressive opening set, we get a lengthy rally to open up set number 2. It ends with this placement shot to the inside. Feronda drops it just above the pad. Not a true drop shot. Amigarena's got to step up for it. It's still bouncing by about the 8 line, but he's got enough to score.
Here's a backhand by Amigarena. Forehand by Inaki. Scoop by Benny. Here's the backhand to the inside. Outside placement, stopped by Feronda. That's a good catch. Inaki, great placement to make that stop. Forehand rebote to the inside, going to cross the wall, and Amigarena's there. Benny, backhand from the 10. Wall to wall from the left side and out to the rebote. Benny again, backhand from the 12. Benny will take this on the right side. Tough catch. High and hard to the front wall, clearing the overhead screen. Inaki on the left side. Backhand. 2 pass. Amigarena from the 12 line to the inside. Rebote diving. Then he turns to save the rebote. Puts it inside. Big bounce. Brought down by Amigarena at the 13. Benny now from deep in the backcourt on the right side, crossing the side wall. Inaki's got the rebote. Benny takes it on the bounce. Dances. Rebote left side. Benny's there. Inaki takes that in the air. Here's the backhand from the 7 line. Rebote. Forehand by Feronda. Inaki stops it. Great catch by Benny at the 10 line. Low and hard on the return. Inaki's got it. Drop shot, scores on the second bounce. Beautifully executed by Inaki for the Cyclones. We're all tied up 1-1 in the second set.
I love when Inaki is more aggressive. I mean, when he first started in Battle Court, he was known for that Costado 2-wall. He was one of the best shot makers. And, you know, you just have to look at this matchup, too. Benny, much higher rated in the backcourt compared to Amigarena in terms of their catch rate. So if you get into these lengthy rallies, it really doesn't do you any good. Rather take some chances up there, and when he throws it, you see the result. It's just a perfect drop shot, scores pretty easily. But he was great in set 1. The pace was extremely high, and then set 2 has come out, just totally slowing it down, and they've let the Devils back in it a bit.
Amigarena, tough catch there. That ball cut back to the inside. And he's got this on the forehand. Comes over the top. Amigarena will take it on the bounce. Here's the backhand. Rebote will score. Second point for Inaki and Amigarena of the Cyclones. Inaki serves.
I mean, just a tough rebote to play. I mean, he kind of died off the back wall. Feronda not only lunging back for it, but kind of on a knee as he's doing so. Very difficult. Makes it a 2-1 lead. Back-to-back points for the Cyclones.
Benny, powerful backhand thrown from deep in the backcourt. Inaki for the rebote. Inside. Benny on the backhand from the 8 line. It's a hard one. Rebote coming out. Catch by Benny. Amigarena, backhand from the 9. Benny makes the catch. Inaki, great catch at the 8 line. Backhand passes. Feronda makes a save. Amigarena's got this on the right side. Powerful forehand, stopped by Benny. Amigarena from the 12 to the inside. Benny's there. Backhand from the 9. What a catch by Inaki at the side wall. Benny high to the front wall. Rebote. Left side to the inside. Here's Benny. Backhand. Hard throw. This one caught by Amigarena. Rebote forehand to the inside. Caught by Amigarena. Low runner. Scooped up by Benny at the 13. Inaki, good grab there at the 8. Rebote left side by Inaki. Benny's there. Benny again. Backhand from the 11. Feronda to the inside. Amigarena, great read. He catches that ball in the air. Here's Benny from the 12. Feronda on the left side. Backhand from the 8. Rebote. Forehand saved by Feronda. He passes. Amigarena on the rebote. Benny makes the catch on the right side. Right over Inaki's head with the forehand. It's dying, and Inaki makes a save. Inside placement stopped by Benny. Caught by Amigarena. Outside placement. Benny saves the rebote. It's a 2-all.
Oh, boy.
Interference has been ruled. The point will be replayed. Inaki serves.
After all that hard work, we got to redo it, folks. Interference after the rebote save. You see Benny diving. And Feronda, yeah, you see for a moment, Feronda just kind of took his eye off the play. Didn't see it as a 2-wall coming back outside. And Inaki did the right thing. Stopped, didn't make an effort to go towards the ball. We'll replay that point.
Backhand by Benny. Here's the catch on the forehand of Amigarena. Rebote left side to the inside. Great catch by Inaki. Drop shot. Benny reads it. Gets in there. Inaki makes the stop. Drop shot.
Oh.
2 bounces. It scores. Well played by all 4 players. Third point for Inaki and Amigarena of the Cyclones. Inaki serves.
Well, battle of the drop shots won by Inaki once again. Gets 2 chances at it. Benny goes up, makes a great effort. Returns a dropper, but look at it. Inaki's all over it. He opens up like he's going to go outside, gets Benny to back up. Feronda's so deep. That's dead by the 3 line, though. I don't think anyone's getting to it.
Nice close-up of Feronda there.
It's good camera work. Now 3-1. 3 in a row after dropping the first point. It's been all Cyclones.
Benny on the catch. Here's the backhand. Low and hard. What a catch by Inaki. My goodness, he came into that side wall hard.
Good.
Powerful backhand by Amigarena. Benny with a great catch at the 12. Hard throw. Robote at the side wall. Benny gets in there, catches it at the 9. Phenomenal catch by Amigarena, pulling that right off the side wall. Robote to the outside. Benny's got it on the forehand. Great stop by Amigarena. Benny from the 9. Amigarena from the 12. Here's a backhand by Amigarena. It goes wall to wall. Robote coming out. Catch by Inaki. Excellent catch by Benny in the corner. Low runner. Scoop by Benny. Robote forehand saved by Feronda. Big bounce stopped in the front court. The carom will score. 4 points for Inaki and Amigarena of the Cyclones. Inaki serves.
Well, it certainly looked like Inaki was trying to open up this carom. Look at Feronda. I mean, he's on the inside of Inaki when he throws it, tries to get outside, and then just overruns it because it's really not well thrown. But sometimes, you know, you're used to the ball. You're used to the ball going one place and trying to open up. So that's what Feronda's trying to defend. He's really not expecting Inaki to put it there to his left side. But as you said, good enough to score. That's all that matters. 4-1. Cyclones in complete control now.
Here's Benny from the left side. Amigarena's there. Benny now on the forehand. Comes over the top. Inaki goes wall to wall. Rotate forehand. Backhand by Benny. Amigarena, left side to the inside. He keeps it low. That's a fine scoop by Benny on the backhand. Rotate forehand. Benny's there. Low runner by Benny. Amigarena passes on the scoop,
save.
goes for the Robote. He makes the play. Amigarena now takes this one in the air. Backhand from the 12. Inaki in the air. Backhand from the 7. Wall to wall. High and hard to the back wall. Robote forehand hooked by Feronda. That is 5 points for Inaki and Amigarena. This is possible set, possible match point.
Well, I said a little earlier, you know, it's going to be tough for the Cyclones to win these longer rallies because of the stats of comparing Benny to Amigarena this year. But Amigarena's been fantastic today. I don't know if he's missed a ball.
Both he and Inaki. I mean, this is what you get.
This is a perfect performance, and I think what people expected to see more of when these two paired together. I mean, they were a Division I team a couple seasons ago. Now they're in Division III. Their record's just 5-3. I mean, I think they were expecting them to go, you know, hard to say perfect, but pretty close to it, and it hasn't been quite that. But tonight, they've been phenomenal.
Here's the backhand by Amigarena to the inside. Catch by Benny. Swing and a miss on the forehand Robote. That's a 2nd point for the Devils, Feronda and Benny. Here in the 2nd set, Feronda serves.
First blemish, really, for either player. Swing and a miss on that Robote. You see it happen almost every game day. It's all about timing.
Excellent catch by Amigarena off a good serve by Feronda. Inaki calls for the Robote. Keeps it inside. Feronda takes it out of the air. Drops it inside. Amigarena's there.
Yeah.
Inaki is safely out of the way. A powerful backhand follows.
Wow.
Amigarena, hard to the inside. Great catch by Benny at the 9. Hard backhand. Amigarena's back in there. Backhand. Caught by Benny. Benny again. Backhand from the 11. Rebote. Left side by Inaki. Rebote saved by Inaki. He keeps it on the wall. Benny grabs it at the 9 line. Big backhand coming all the way out.
Wow, that'll do it.
Point, set, and match for Inaki and Amigarena, winning it in straight sets, 6-1, 6-2.
Yeah, and quite the statement to open up the day. You know the Cyclones are out of it. They're still come to play tonight. Inaki and Amigarena, 6-1, 6-2. Dominant win to start off tonight's game day. Up next, we'll keep it with doubles, move down to Division 6. Bueno and Rock take on CRB and Kubala. Take a look at this replay, though, before we break for a moment. This one, I mean, that hit high. That hit third panel up, Stu. I mean, that was way off the back wall, but he just fed the rebote for Inaki.
And Inaki threw that back right at Benny's feet.
Cyclones with the win.
As soon as that highlight ball leaves the cesta, you can't blink because every second is packed with action. Keep up with the world's fastest ball sport all game day long with bets on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. Find your favorite team or player and get in on the action with DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of the World Jai-Alai League. The crown is yours.
Game day score reflecting that win by the Cyclones. Inaki and Amigarena get them on the board first with that doubles win. 6-1, 6-2. Quite the way to start things off. Got Inaki and Amigarena over in the DraftKings Players Cage now 6-3. After that win, congratulations, guys. Stu and I were saying it's probably the best and most complete performance we've seen from you two this season. How did you guys feel out there today, and what sparked such great play?
Unfortunately, we play one of the best games when the season is finished, but anyway, we win the game. It's a pleasure to play with Inaki, and very, very happy for this victory.
All right, great start to the game day. Good luck the rest of the way, guys.
Thank you.
6th Division doubles up next. We got Bueno and Rock with another chance to take down CRB and Kubala. First matchup this season went the way of the Devils, CRB and Kubala. Although they lost the first set in that previous matchup 6-5, CRB and Kubala came back and won the final 2 sets 6-0, 6-1 to pick up the win. Bueno and Rock were the best team in Division 6 last season with a record of 9-1. This year, middle of the pack with their 3-5 mark. CRB and Kubala have taken that top spot over in Division 6. They are 7-1. After a pretty rough start, we'll see if the 6 team can get CRB and Kubala here back on track. I mean, we saw that graphic coming into the game day. Right now, the Devils are in 3rd place with 2 game days to play. The Renegades are done. The Fireballs still have 1 left. So if the Devils, don't get any points today, I mean, they're at jeopardy of staying in the 3rd seed, which is not the best spot. You don't get to pick one of those tie-breaking matches either. So we'll see how today's action goes. Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin match number 2. 6th Division doubles. Representing the Cyclones, we have the team of Bueno and Rock. And for the Devils, it's the team of CRB and Kubala. There's a serve by Bueno. We begin match number 2. Kubala just does get up to that serve. It's a tough one, crossing the wall, missed by Rock. Devils on the board quickly to begin match 2.
Kubala moved up on the ball well as was dropping off of Bueno's serve, put it right back on the inside, like without much on it, but Rock did not advance to make the catch.
Backhand to the inside, cut off by CRB. What a catch. Here's Bueno. Forehand goes high to the inside. Kubala steps up and makes the play. Here's Rock, back at the 11 line. Plays it up the middle. Kubala now steps up again. Fires it along the wall. Rock calls for Bueno. He gets in there. Now Kubala steps up. Backhand to the inside. Caught along the wall by Rock. Backhand to wall. CRB makes the scoop. Forehand low and hard to the inside. Backing up. Bueno scoops it up. Tough grab along the wall. Rock plays it back. Kubala keeps it on the left side. Rock just out of the way. Bueno plays it up the middle. CRB forehand. Takara, more of a splitter. Bueno keeps it on the right side. His return stopped by CRB. Cortada by CRB. Scores. 2-0 lead for the Devils.
Actually very well thrown by CRB. Rock looking a little tentative in the back. I mean, try to crack off one of those backhand 2-walls, and you want to have a few more catches and throws, a little bit more certainty of your volleying before you start getting fancy. And that is fancy when it works.
Well, Rock never had that in control. That's the 3rd point for the Devils.
So when a player catches the ball comes into the cesta, he's got to gather it and control it. Basically stop the motion in the cesta before he makes the throw. Rock unable to do that there. Ball just came out. Something we can describe, but you really can't see it.
That's an underserve. First fault, second serve coming up.
Unless you have like micro camera inside one of the cestas, but it's not a suggestion to the production
don't give
folks.
me any ideas.
No. We have enough cameras.
Rock handles the second serve, powers it inside, high and hard. Kubala runs under it. Catch along the wall, backhand. Here's Kubala. Keeps it inside, it's crossing. Yeah, big bounce, that's just missed by Bueno. That's 4 in a row for the Devils.
Bueno moved to the ball well, but that ball bit. By biting, it came off the side wall with a little extra bounce than Bueno was expecting. Instead of coming to his cesta, where he was lined up to make the catch, came basically to his waist.
Bueno takes the serve, drop shot. Ooh, not droppy enough. Kubala gets there easily. Sends it inside. Here's Rock, backhand 2-wall. Oh, Devils have switched. Kubala in the front. Fires it inside again. Rock with the grab. CRB, tough play along the wall. He controlled it beautifully, and it scores. 5 straight and a possible set point for the Devils.
Yeah, CRB and Kubala just been spot on in terms of their focus, their ability to get to the ball, stop it, and make the shots. Bueno and Rock just they've not been able to get anything going so far in this first set.
Rock with the forehand. Lays it back. Kubala makes the catch on the right side. This one opens up. Bueno. Forehand dropping. Kubala backing up. What great control again. Bueno juggled that one. Dropped it. Point and set. A perfect set by the Devils. 6-0. 2 minutes. We'll come back and play set number 2.
Yeah, that ball just bobbled straight out of Bueno's cesta. And so goes the first set of our second match. You're watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. We are currently playing our second of 6 scheduled matches on the game day. Here we are back in the ESPN3 DraftKings Players Cage. Players come back here to take their breaks in between sets and to prepare for matches. So 6 straight there for that team right there. CRB in the front court and Kubala in the back for most of it.
Yeah.
And then you saw CRB and Kubala do a quick switch to make sure the point kept going.
Played it beautifully, got that one. And it's been a great season for this 6th division team of the Devils. And they were put together, you know, felt like they were going to be pretty good, but you never know here in Battle Court how the team will actually play out when you got to serve it up. But this team has worked out so well. They practice together a bunch. They play together all the time. 7-1 so far this season. And, you know, you heard the match score the last time these two teams played. It was 6-5. 101 Rock won the first set. Then CRB Kubala won 6-0, 6-1 the next 2 sets. So you add this one to it. Most of the sets they've played this year have been all Devils.
Rock, the first one back out on the court, going to take a couple throws as is his prerogative. And just need to get that ball into the basket. Get your focus back. Bueno, on the other hand, just having a difficult time settling the ball in the cesta.
Yeah, Bueno certainly going for it up in the front, trying to make some plays and difficult catches at that. But these guys have been solid all season long. It's been a lot of smiles, as you see there. And they'll make their way back out to the court. We're ready to begin.
Well, CRB is just like walking positive energy.
Yeah, he really is.
He's really like that all the time, folks. He really is. Really gets on my nerves sometimes. Just kidding.
We are ready to begin set 2. Bueno and Rock serve to CRB and Kubala. There's a serve. We begin set 2. Kubala with the stop. Fires it inside. Good catch by Rock. Kubala now. Backhand inside. It's tipped. CRB and Kubala get the first point of set 2.
All just tipped. When you're reaching for it as the ball's passing you, no. It's going to be a very difficult catch to make. You just got to move with the ball, make the catch in front of you, stop the ball on your side.
Rock opens up with the forehand, sends it inside. Kubala makes the play up overhead. Labote, hook just above the pad. CRB, Costado. Oh, more of a splitter. Rock got there, but juggling was the call. Juggling on the catch of Rock. That is 2 points for CRB and Kubala. Correction, it was a hold on Rock. Holding was the call on Rock. Either way, 2 points for the Devils.
He made the catch and continued to walk with the ball, and that gets slight room for that, but not that much.
There's an ace. 3 points for CRB and Kubala.
Yeah, and you got to shake that point off and just move on. But Rock did make the catch. But again, you take a couple steps with the ball, catch it, throw it.
Rock missed that serve. Another ace makes it 4-0.
Yeah, CRB's just taking advantage of the distraction that Rock has coming out of that other point, keeping the pace fast and.
Fault over serve. First fault, second serve for CRB. Second serve is good, and it's an ace. 5 straight for CRB. Kubala, possible set, possible match point.
CRB crossed the wall in the box like around the 6th line, and that ball did not bounce up off of the floor. That ball just stayed low.
Rock with the forehand. Oh, that escapes to the outside. Point, set, and match. A perfect set for CRB Eicada. They take it 6-0, 6-0. Wow, a perfect match there for CRB and Kubala. 6-0, 6-0. They tie up the game day. We'll go up to singles next. Manu and Nicholas first, and Amigarena and Hyro after that. Take a look at that game day score there. Devils tied up with the second perfect score we've seen this season. 6-0, 6-0. Not often. And yeah, twice in 1 month, a span of 1 month. That is, you're not going to see that all too often, folks. But they did get word that the cesta did break a little bit. And you can see on that last throw by Rock, it shot straight to the outside. It just escaped. So we thought maybe, and that was confirmed.
Yep. So already that frame was reinforced. That's what you saw with that black tape. But then it's also broken up near the tip as well.
Well, CRB Eicada winning that match 6-0, 6-0. Tying up the game day. We're going to hear from them right about now. There they are, CRB and Eicada. Perfect win there, 6-0, 6-0. Congratulations. And it's been quite the season for you, too. And the last time you played 101 Rock, 6-0, 6-1. So 4 of the 5 sets you've played, 6-1 or better. What was the key against this team that you guys played so well all year?
I think it's just keep it simple, you know? Keep it on the side wall, keep passing Bueno, try to keep him out of the game, and sure enough, it works.
Yeah, and when you guys got paired up together at the beginning of the season, obviously expectations were high, but did you think it would go really this well from the start?
You know, I think being together as a 5 and doing pretty well, I knew we were going to do really well in the 6 group. I didn't think we'd go almost perfect, but yeah, I like it.
Awesome, guys. Got one more match this season. It's been great. Good luck in that one, and good luck the rest of tonight's game day.
Thank you. Go Devils.
We will move over to singles top division matchup here between the Frenchmen Manu and Nicholas. Manu 2-6 so far this regular season. Nicholas 1-7 in his first season in Division 1. Last time these two matched up, back on March 10th, Manu won in straight sets, 6-2, 6-5. So Manu looking for the season sweep here. Nicholas looking for that second win in singles. Again, both of these players backcourters, but Manu's style not really conducive to what you see from backcourters.
He's got shots. Lots of them. Both sides.
We'll
Forehand and backhand and court positioning.
Just about everything. We'll see it right now. Match 3 ready to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin our third match of the game day, top division singles. Representing the Cyclones, we have number 17, Manu. And for the Devils, number 64, Nicholas.
Manu serves, we begin. Here's a backhand by Nicholas to the inside, wall to wall from the left side. Rotate forehand with a light touch, big bounce. Nicholas on the return. Manu's there, backhand from the 9. Rotate forehand by Nicholas. Manu, 2-all. Here's the catch by Nicholas. Nicholas on the drop shot, Manu. will not get there. First point of the first set for Nicholas and the Devils. He serves.
It looked like a pretty good rebote 2-wall attempt by Manu, but Nicholas pretty quick and just got there before the second bounce.
He read the throw.
Decided against putting it back inside. He chose the drop shot, and smart play. Take a look here, Manu. He's going to be backing up, but then he sees it, and even still, he can't get there.
Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Here's the backhand by Manu. Backhand by Nicholas. Rebote. Nicholas is there. Now from the 9 line, forehand to the inside. Manu on the backhand from the 11. That ball kicked up, and Manu makes the grab. Backhand. Rebote forehand by Nicholas. Manu now from the 9 line. Nicholas on the rebote, plays it safe, up the middle, Manu is there. Manu, Philo, stopped by Nicholas. Nicholas on the right side, 3-wall play. Manu moves to the outside, he's got the hole inside, that clips. What an effort by Nicholas. Point goes to Manu. He serves, tied up 1-1.
Just a next to impossible catch. I mean, it's got such a big bounce, and it clips the sidewall. Second, so it's got a bunch of spin too. Take a look here. This was earlier in the point. Manu gets out there, it's off the rebote. It hits the sidewall second, front wall first, wonky spin, catches it near the tip, and there's no way you can control that one.
Here's the backhand by Nicholas, hard to the inside. Backhand now by Manu. Manu on the catch. 2-all, opens wide and scores. Beautifully executed by Manu. He has 2 points and the serve for the Cyclones.
That one opening up wide even by Manu's standards. Just goes right to it here. Look at this. I mean, that's a bullet. It hits the sidewall. Not even in the picture. Sorry, the side netting, not even in the picture.
There's a backhand by Nicholas, powerfully thrown. Rebote, forehand by Manu, high and hard to the front wall. Rebote forehand, saved by Manu. Nicholas is midcourt, winding up. The 2-all is in and scores. 2-2, we're all tied up here in first set. Nicholas serves.
Well, didn't need to push it that close to the boundary, but still landing inside the court and scoring. Manu guessing the inside. Look at where this one lands, just inside. Referees all over it, both of them on it.
Excellent catch by Manu off a fine serve by Nicholas. Ball's tipped at the sidewall. That's the 3rd point for Manu of the Cyclones. He serves.
Well, it's got to be right along the sidewall for Nicholas to miss one, and that one was just a bullet.
Here's the backhand by Nicholas. To the corner, out to the rebote. Forehand saved by Manu. Big bounce to the 10 line. Nicholas on the backhand. Rebote left side by Manu with a light touch. Here's Nicholas. 2-all, out. 4th point for Manu of the Cyclones. He serves. The unforced error by Nicholas there. goes for the 2-all.
Well, look at Manu. I mean, he took
he
off
got a head
well
start.
before he threw it, and that's... Oh.
Sometimes that has an effect on the thrower. If you see your opponent, and it's something that, basically in training, your advice, once you start the process of throwing the ball, just throw. Don't make adjustments if you hear footsteps, because as you try to angle it or try to get it closer, like on a drop shot to the pad, you're going to hit the pad, you're going to throw it off the court. I think he may have had a little help from the side wall on that one.
Yeah,
that ball
it sounded
really
a
opened
little
up.
clunky, too.
Here's the backhand by Nicholas. That's a beautifully thrown ball off the left side of Manu. Nicholas to the inside. It will score. 3 points for Nicholas of the Devils. He serves.
Passing from the left side, Robote, that is something that you don't see very often. Maybe, I mean, I can't remember the last time I've seen it, really. Then he goes inside. Just a beautiful throw. It's so close to the wall. Makes Manu run just that extra couple feet. That's the difference.
Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Here's a backhand by Manu. Robote, forehand by Nicholas. Manu is there. Robote forehand. That ball comes to the sidewall and scores. That's the 5th point for Manu. He has possible set point.
Well, Manu's played with great energy from the start of this match, which was a great sign for the Cyclones. Another perfect throw. I mean, it shoots off the back wall. It's right on the side wall as Nicholas tries to play the Robote, and there's just not a lot of space there.
Just so much control by Manu. I mean, he's not playing very aggressively. Just the positioning of the ball has been impeccable. There's a backhand by Nicholas to the inside. Manu, a beautiful catch at the side wall. Big backhand goes wall to wall. Rotate forehand, outside placement is out of play. That's a 4th point for Nicholas. Still possible set point for Manu. Nicholas serves.
Well, look, right idea, just needed a little better execution. Look at this catch a little earlier. I mean, up the wall, comes down with it. That's perfect. Even when he's out of position a little bit, he's got great height and great length, too, that he can just go up the wall and make those tough catches.
Here's the backhand by Manu. Manu powerfully from the right side. That clears the overhead screen. Robote coming out. Robote goes wall to wall by Nicholas. Robote left side is out. It is 5-5. This is set point.
Yeah, you just have a little less control when you're trying to play those balls off the back wall, and pushed it a few inches wide, if that. By 5, 1 more point to decide this set.
There's the backhand by Manu. Robote left side, little clip. Caught by Nicholas. Nicholas, hard to the inside. What a scoop by Manu. Robote at the side wall. Manu advances to take this in the air, dropped it on the backswing. Point and set to Nicholas of the Devils. He wins the first set 6-5. 2 minutes go up on the board. We'll come back out, play our second set.
Wow, what a comeback there by Nicholas, winning the final 3 points. He takes set 1. And Nicholas only 1 win so far in singles play, but looks strong from the jump. Again, Manu with a few unforced errors. I mean, a couple shots going a little wide, and this one not opening up enough. Nicholas takes advantage, tracks it down, returns. Perfect drop shot there. Again from the outside. Chooses the high route. Doesn't quite open up. Manu, look at this one. It's
Had
got
that not clipped, that would have gone right up the wall.
Yeah. Encostado here. 2-all opening wide. Maybe had a little help with the side wall. I mean, look at that one. I mean, it is just... It opened about the 4 line. 2-all there by Nicholas. See that little hop. He knew it was close. Just landing in. No need to worry. Perfect placement along the wall by Nicholas there. Then Manu goes up the wall, comes down with the ball. It's spectacular. You see here, he makes a difficult catch and then, he drops it as he goes to make the throw. 6-5, Nicholas takes the first set over Manu. Back here in the cage with Feronda and Nicholas. Feronda playing with CRB a little bit later. Nicholas, well, he'll be matched up with Hyro again. You saw him or heard him in the introduction. Don't know if you saw him on camera just a few moments ago, but Hyro is back, and he will be playing for the Devils. Good to have him back.
Absolutely. We're ready to begin our second set. Manu has a serve for the Cyclones. Manu serves. Our second set has begun. Powerful backhand by Nicholas. Robote. Forehand by Manu. Passes. First point. The second set goes to Manu of the Cyclones. He serves. Ball went to the corner, came out a much different direction than Nicholas was expecting.
We'll see here. Yeah, there's the kick.
The Magic City bounce after the ball hit the back wall, after the Robote. We don't see that often. Here's a backhand by Nicholas, powerfully thrown, wall to wall and out to the Robote. Manu. Hard to throw. Nicholas is there. 2-all. Will score.
Get to it.
1-1. Nicholas serves.
It's just such a long run, and when Nicholas has it on the outside, you get it to open up even more. No chance. I don't know if anybody could come cross court at that speed to make the catch.
Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Here's Manu on the catch. Backhand to the inside. Nicholas overhead. Ball's on the wall. Manu trying to drop it inside. That hit the pad, and the pad is most definitely bad. Second point for Nicholas. Of the Devils, he serves.
Well, Manu's just trying to continue the rally. He's trying to flick it up there, but it shows you just how difficult it is to play those balls along the wall. You can't get full power.
Or control.
Yeah, you just got to hope that it reaches, and just caught a piece of the pad. Pad is bad.
Here's the backhand by Manu. Nicholas is there. Robote, forehand. Robote Karam is low. That's a third point for Nicholas. He serves.
Yeah, Manu's going for it. You know, he's got all these shots in his back pocket. He can throw anything from any time at just about anywhere on the court. So you have to be careful. Forehand, Karam Rabote, one of the most difficult in Jai-Alai, just hooked it. That's the tendency, and came in on the floor.
Here's the backhand by Manu. Nicholas commits to the backcourt to make the catch. Rabote, left side by Manu to the inside. Nicholas is there. Nicholas to the corner. Rabote forehand by Manu. Stop by Nicholas in the air at the 9 line. Ball tipped.
Oh, boy.
That's a 4th point for Nicholas. Of the Devils, he serves.
And not a great sign either. Manu looked great in the first set, but he's dropped a couple in a row, and then just a missed ball right to him. Nicholas not giving him much time to collect his breath. He's going right to it again.
Backhand 2-all, caught in the air by Nicholas. Nicholas comes hard from the forehand. That's a beautiful catch by Manu. Ball to wall from the left side he goes. Rotate forehand. 2-all is out. 5 points for Nicholas of the Devils. This is possible set and possible match point.
Just a tough one here. It sounded like it was a little extra bounce off the side wall, which kicked it out of play. Manu, great catch here. Rabote coming back, puts it beautifully overhead and gets Manu to scramble. Throws it wide.
Here's the backhand by Manu. Rabote forehand. Forehand Rabote to the outside. Beautifully played by Manu. Nicholas is on it. That will land in and score. Point, set, and match for Nicholas. Taking it in straight sets for the Devils. 6-5, 6-1.
So Nicholas wins the rematch and gets his 2nd singles win this season. He defeats Manu there, straight set 6-5, 6-1. And coming up next, well, we'll see a replay. That's what's up next. Outside placement. Nichols with the stop. Forehand. Kicks off the side wall and out of reach of Manu. Straight sets. Give the Devils the win.
All right, boys, who we betting on?
However you bet, whoever you are, the sportsbook for every kind of player. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Game day score reflecting that win by Nicholas. He gives his Devils the lead on tonight's game day. Cyclones picked up win number 1, but the Devils have come with back-to-back wins. And they're now ahead as we've reached the halfway point of the game day. Nicholas over in the DraftKings Players Cage. Let's hear from him after that win. Congratulations, Nicholas. One of the best performances from you this season to pick up the win there. What has it been like in your first season in Division I singles?
Nicolás, felicitaciones por haber ganado ese partido. Fue uno de tus mejores partidos de toda la temporada. ¿Qué tal ha sido estar en la División 1 esta temporada?
Pues sí, me esperaba un partido muy difícil contra Manu. Siempre es difícil jugar contra él. Y pues estoy contento, pues he hecho el trabajo bien, creo. Y ahora enfocado al segundo partido.
I knew it was going to be a very difficult match. It's always a difficult match against Manu, but I'm very happy with my performance. I think I did a great job, and now we have another match to go.
Well, good luck in that one, Nicholas, and good luck the rest of the way this season. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
We'll keep it with singles here. Move down to Division III. Amigarena gets a chance at Hyro. And it is good to see Hyro back in the Devils uniform. Amigarena this season just 1-3 in singles. Hyro in the Division III spot. Overall 1-2 for the Devils. Hyro's been out, I believe, what is the last month and a half or so. So it's been quite a while since we've seen him back out on the court. He's looked great in practice this week. Energized, happy to be back. We'll see what he's got here coming back in this late season game day where the Devils are fighting for playoff positioning. It could move all the way up to the #1 seed if they can get a game day win here and maybe a game day win their next time out. Match number 4, ready to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin our 4th match of the game day, 3rd division singles. Representing the Cyclones, we have number 44, Amigarena. And for the Devils, happy to welcome back number 31, Hyro. There's a serve by Amigarena. We begin with an overserve. Second one coming up. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Second serve is good. Here's Hyro. Opens up on the left side, sends it wall to wall. Amigarena just does save the rebote. Hyro forehand, hard to the inside, scooped up by Amigarena. Left side rebote by Hyro to 2-wall. Not opening enough. Amigarena, where he returns a drop shot that caught the pad though. Just caught the pad. Any part of the pad is bad. Hyro gets on the board first here in our 4th match.
Yeah, there was absolutely no question that ball hit the pad. Like none whatsoever. But it's a long way to see when you're playing singles. You know, you're back the 9 line, you just threw it. I heard it hit the wall. Yes. That's not all it hit.
Amigarena steps back, handles the serve, plays it inside. Hyro now sends it wall to wall. That's a tough rebote. Amigarena saves it after it crossed. Floater picked up by Hyro, backhand again. That's coming out a long way. Amigarena tracks it down, sends it to pass. Rebote dropping, scoop by Amigarena. Oh, the drop shot is too droppy. That's in the pad, and the pad is bad. 2 points for Hyro. Starting off with a heavy dose of the drop shot.
Again, well thought out, just wasn't able to execute it. Difficult to throw from there. Hyro has such a weapon with that forehand. Again, as he's been off for a bit, but as he gets back in, gets reps in, should serve the Devils well coming up in the playoffs.
Serve takes Amigarena back beyond the 13. Hard inside. Here's Hyro now. Backhand wall to wall. Rebote forehand over the top at Hyro's feet. He makes the scoop. Rebote forehand to it's hooked. Hyro just got out there before the second bounce, sends it inside. It scores. 3 in a row for Hyro.
Amigarena just having a difficult time getting anything going. Again, he's such a left side dominant player, and there's no question the importance and value of a good forehand in singles.
Catch by Amigarena. Backhand to the inside. Right in the corner. Rebote saved by Hyro at his feet. Amigarena stops it. Forehand. Again, low, looking to cross the wall. Hyro just did get there. Amigarena sends it inside. Another one now, left side, saved by Hyro at Amigarena's feet. That scoop missed. 4 in a row for Hyro.
Hyro placed that beautifully at the side wall. Big bounce right at the feet of Amigarena. Difficult to make that catch.
Our serve crossing the wall. That's an ace. 5 in a row. Hyro with a possible set point.
Hyro's got that punishing right side again. Hasn't been practicing. Been away from the program for a bit, but such a high degree of accuracy.
Amigarena handles this one on the left side, goes high and deep. Robote forehand. Hyro sends it back. It's dropping.
Beautiful
oh my,
scoop.
tough scoop made by Amigarena. Forehand Robote launched. Wall to wall. Amigarena to the outside. That's outside of play. Point in a perfect set. Hyro wins it 6-0. 2 minutes. Play set 2.
Can say that. You give Hyro the advantage clearly in terms of experience on the court and right side, and the fact that Amigarena hasn't had a particularly good run in singles at all. But 6-0, even a little unexpected.
No, absolutely. You know, Hyro coming back. Didn't know he was going to be that fresh. I mean, he was firing the right side. The serve looked on point. Defense was there. So, you know, kind of the whole package on display for Hyro. And well, it's been, over a month. I mean, nearly a 2-month absence.
Doesn't look like he's missed a beat, which is always good to see.
No.
You're watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Highline Fronton in Miami, Florida. We are currently playing our 4th of 6 scheduled matches on the game day. We're in the break between sets here in the ESPN3 DraftKings Players Cage. See Hyro? Hyro, one of the players. Again, some change the tie of their cesta between every point. Hyro?
Not Hyro.
If he's got a good tie at the beginning of the match, he's going to leave it there. Also has a few rituals for his serve.
Hey, he could pick up, yeah.
Before every serve. They did a video on that, didn't they?
They did.
One of those snappy videos on
One of those TikTok videos.
TikTok or
yeah.
See, I see them on Instagram, so
Yeah, I'm with you.
you know.
I see it like a week later. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's all right.
I've just been notified by my boss that that's called a reel,
Yes.
and then I'm supposed to know that.
Well, I wouldn't,
That's what I got.
wouldn't expect you
That's
to
what I got from the
maybe
tone.
know it,
All right,
but-
that's what I got from the tone. That's all I'm saying.
Just want you, if you're going to talk about it, refer to it properly.
I feel like there's a
that's
demerit. No, you're right. Of course,
Yeah,
if I'm going to
yeah.
refer to it, I should refer to the right thing.
That's all she was saying.
Hey, we got
right.
a set coming up.
Yes.
Let's begin.
Set 2. Hyro making his way back out there. Amigarena's been ready to go. Amigarena has the serve to begin our second set. We are ready to begin set 2. Amigarena serves to Hyro. There's a serve, set 2 has begun. High, hard backhand there by Hyro. Robote hits high off the wall. Big bounce. He controls it. Forehand sends it inside. Scooped up by Amigarena. Hyro forehand Robote. That's launch wall to wall again. Amigarena from the left side makes the save. Hyro steps around it. Outside placement is in, and it scores. Out of reach of Amigarena to make it 1-0.
Beautiful throw by Hyro. Again, basically the opposite, Amigarena, everything there on the left side with a lot of confidence. Hyro, perfectly usable left side, but his forehand, he'll run all around the court with that right side to catch the ball and return it.
Hard serve is an ace. 2 points for Hyro.
Yeah, if there weren't a solid back wall back there, that'd still be headed towards Miami Beach right now. Man, that came
would
in
be traveling
hard.
east, actually. So you're.
Yeah.
You think I'm just?
No, I know. No, Miami Beach is that way.
Yeah, you don't know. Yeah. That's pretty impressive. You knew that.
Ah, thank you.
There's no windows in this building. Rebote left side, save by Amigarena at Hyro's feet. It's missed. He's on the board here. No shutout. Amigarena will serve.
Yeah, that was really well done by Amigarena, getting the ball back to the side wall. Very much inside. The role of placement in Jai-Alai can't be overstated.
Hyro opens with the backhand. Sends it high and deep. Amigarena takes off for the rebote. Plays it inside. Hyro has the forehand. This one's low and hard. It's scooped up by Amigarena. One drops into the corner. Hyro sends it outside. It clears. Amigarena. Oh, that stayed inside. Where it scored. 2-2. We're tied up.
Look, your opponent's going to the floor. Is he going to throw a 2-all? Is he going to throw it inside? Is he going to get to the ball? Hyro guessed he was going to go for a 2-all, but it would clip just slightly. That happens quite frequently. This one stayed inside.
Hyro gets up to that serve. There's the backhand. Into the corner, rebote. Played by Amigarena, stopped by Hyro, backhand. Far to the inside, dropping, diving, save. The 2-all is too low. Great effort, but Hyro gets his third.
It's one of those that you really want to see land in because it's so pretty before it hits the
really
pad,
was.
you know? Just the way Amigarena went to the ground, the way it came out of his basket, came off the side wall. Just a beautiful throw. Just did not clear the pad.
On serve, taken in by Amigarena. Ooh, the backhand is in the overhead screen. 4 points for Hyro.
See yourself behind here in the second set. You want to start to make something happen. Amigarena's got the power. He went for it there. That just kicked up and hit the overhead screen.
Amigarena handles that one low, stays up the middle. Hyro, rebote forehand to the outside. It clears the screen. Amigarena, 2-wall. Snapped it in to score.
Don't know that I see him throwing many of those, but that was beautifully executed by Amigarena.
Oh, you're absolutely right. We don't see it at all. I mean, look at this.
He's got his eye on the rebote coming out. He sees Hyro lurking mid-court. Really well done.
Hyro with the catch. Sends it high and deep. Amigarena out there for the rebote. Keeps this one inside. Oh, well, Magic City bounce ate him up. 4-4 is the score. Amigarena serves.
And by Magic City bounce, you'll see the ball come to the side wall here. Coming up the wall. That actually happened early.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
Very
like
early.
around the 4-5 line.
Clears the backhand again. That's a tough one. Dropping Amigarena.
Great save.
Just flicked it up. It clears the screen. Hyro with time, winds up the forehand. Coming in low and hard. It's missed, but the rebote is saved on the back end. Hyro to the inside again. That one scores. Great effort. But Hyro has taken it to 5-4. Possible set. Possible match point.
Great save by Amigarena there. Hyro finished off the point beautifully. Clean miss, turns around, saves the rebote. Very well done.
Hard serve coming in. Amigarena gets there before it crosses the wall. Hyro's rebote. Sent back to the inside. Amigarena runs under it. Now going to stay up there for the rebote. All to wall from the right side. Amigarena off his footing. Returns it to wall. It's missed. So he's brought it to 5-5. This is possible match point for Hyro and set point for Amigarena.
Amigarena has done a great job of keeping himself in this second set and therefore in the match. See if he's got one more in him.
Hyro stops it on the left side, backhand, right in the corner, tough one, missed! Point, set, and match. Hyro closes it out on the decisive 11th point of set 2, 6-0, 6-5. And now the third win for the Devils today. They have secured a tie, at least, a chance to win it. Up next, they just need one of these final two. First, Feronda and CRB will take on Eicada and Rock. Then Inaki and Manu close it out against Hyro and Nicholas. Match 5 is just about 3 minutes away. Game day score reflecting that win just a few moments ago there by the Devils. So you see there, half a point would get them to 8. That would tie with the Renegades. It's all but a formality, folks, because again, the first tiebreaker is total matches won. At the moment, the Renegades, I believe, are 1 win ahead of the Devils, but the Devils still have 2 matches left today and another full game day next week. So as long as the Devils win just, was it 2 matches more, they will secure a top 2 seed. Still very much in the mix for the number 1 seed, though. They'd like to get there. Hyro coming back is going to be a big help. He starts off with a straight set win. Hyro, good to see you. Good to have you back here with us. And you get a straight set singles win to start things off. How you feeling about your game as the Devils are now approaching the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, I'm super happy about this game. You know, guys, that this game was special for me. So, I mean, we won the half point that we needed for the second place. So, super happy. Now, waiting for the rest of the team to make just that game and make our goal.
Well, Hyro, I think I speak for everyone. Say we're happy to have you back and good luck the rest of the way this season. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, guys.
Division 5 doubles coming up next. That will be Eicada and Rock against Feronda and CRB. Eicada and Rock, oh, it's been a tough season, just 1-8. His 5th team for the Cyclones. Feronda and CRB, they've improved in the second half of this season. Their record now 5-3. Remember, they started with 3 losses. From that point on, they've won 5 in a row. Looked like a completely different team, and looking to add another one right here. Again, just another point or another win in tonight's game day would lock up the 2nd seed for the Devils. And then we'll have to see what happens next week. The Fireballs still have 1 game day left. And the Devils still have one game day left next week as well. So we'll get a clearer look after tonight's game day. We'll talk about that more in the post-game show. But now we're ready to begin match 5. Ladies and gentlemen, match number 5 is ready to begin. Representing the Cyclones, we have the team of Eicada and Rock. And for the Cyclones, or the Devils rather, the team of Feronda and CRB.
Eicada serves, we begin. Feronda takes the serve, drop shot, scores on the second bounce. First point goes to Feronda and CRB of the Devils. Feronda has the serve.
So we do know now Rock coming in with what is, I believe, a new piece of equipment for this match?
Yes. This is a cesta he used previously last year. So it's an older cesta, so he does have some familiarity with it. There's a catch by Rock. Backhand to the inside. Rock from the 11 line. Backhand. Feronda's there. Low runner. Taken on the forehand of Rock. Feronda. Backhand from the 7. Rock's there. CRB on the backhand to the inside. Feronda gets in there, backhand from the 9 line. Here's Rock. Backhand from the 11. Outside placement, read by Eicada, scooped by Eicada. He did not hold on. 2 points for Feronda and CRB of the Devils. Feronda serves.
And it looked like Eicada took his eye off of it, a common mistake. I mean, he had it all lined up. Just took a little moment to develop. Feronda shoots it outside. Eicada's, yeah, I mean, he's looking forward the entire way. You can see in the replay perfectly.
That ball is in and out of Rock cesta off the serve. That's a third point for Feronda and CRB. Feronda has the serve.
Tough miss, struggle with the serve in their first match. And that was coming in by CRB, who was throwing him well. Now Feronda, a little extra power behind it.
Here's the backhand by Rock. CRB's there. Eicada from the 8 line. Backhand, thrown powerfully. CRB on the forehand at the 12. Eicada at the side wall at the 8. Low and inside, stopped by Feronda. Eicada from the 9, backhand. Passing CRB, Robote off the forehand of Feronda. That's just going to clear the pad, and Feronda's there. Cortada scores on the second bounce. 4 points for Feronda and CRB of the Devils. Feronda serves.
It's a perfect illustration of how Feronda's played the last couple weeks. I mean, controlling things here up in the front, makes the play up in front of him, and then just shoots a cortada. I mean, Eicada's got to respect the outside, and Rock's got to step up to get there before the second bounce. It's thrown like that, tough to respond. Oh.
The ace will score for Feronda. 5 points for Feronda and CRB, possible set point.
Well, you saw Rock moving up on that serve. He tried to get there before it crossed the wall. He just missed it by, half a step, quarter of a step, and now another perfect set brewing for the Devils. Would be their 4th one tonight.
Ball over serve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and center line. Yeah, just a series of straight point runs tonight that we don't often see. Powerful backhand by Rock. Caught by CRB. Scoop by Rock. Here's a backhand from the 12 line. CRB's there. Eicada, forehand rebote. CRB to the inside. Here's Rock from the 12 line on the right side. Feronda cuts it off, backhand. Beautiful catch by Rock. Here's the backhand. CRB's there. Rock now from the 11.
Oh,
Ball tipped,
wow.
point and set to Feronda and CRB of the Devils. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out and play our next set.
Well, more of the same for Feronda and CRB, and a perfect set there. Cap off what has been just a great run. Still got to come out there for set 2, but the way they played, the way they've been playing, expect them to win this one and give the Devils a game day win. And after this, we still have Inaki and Manu against Hyro and Nicholas. Should be a great one to close out the action. So if the Devils go on to win this match or even one of the next 2, they would be tied with the Fireballs at 8.5 points. As it stands right now, well, the Fireballs have 50 total wins this season. The Devils have 45. So again, we got to do some math. So, and they win this one, it will be win 46, and then the next match will be win number 47. Basically, that tiebreaker. If the Devils and Fireballs end up tied at the end of the season, whoever has more total matches won will be the higher seeded team going to the playoffs. So that's why that is important. And the Devils are a little bit behind still, so every match win is pretty crucial.
About 25 seconds left to go before we begin the second set. Rock on the court getting used to this cesta. We are ready to begin our second set. Eicada will have the serve for the Cyclones. Eicada serves. Second set has begun. Here's CRB, backhand. Eicada with a tip ball back at the 10 line. First point of the second set goes to Feronda and CRB. Feronda serves.
Yeah, just another one. I mean, it just barely crosses the side wall, but looks like Eicada took his eye off of it again. And 7 straight, it's been all Devils.
Rock on the forehand. Right side, played up high. Feronda's there, backhand. Rock on the left side. Here's the backhand from the 10 line. Well thrown, caught by CRB. Robote. Forehand by Eicada. Feronda reaches out, backhand from the 7 line. Rock behind the 12. CRB on the backhand. Eicada reaches out on the right side. Hard to the inside he goes, and CRB is there. Catch by Eicada. Eicada now going wall to wall from the left side. Robote forehand. Rock makes the catch at the 12 line. High and hard to the front wall, passing the front quarter. Feronda for the Robote. Man, that's a tough catch in the corner by Rock. Beautifully played. Here's the backhand by Feronda. Here's the backhand by Rock. Here's CRB backhand. Eicada, midcourt from the left side. Robote coming in low. Feronda makes the save. Eicada takes it on the forehand. Cortada stopped by Feronda. Here's Rock. Good catch. Hard backhand to the inside. Robote forehand by Eicada. Cut off by Feronda. Backhand. caught by Eicada. Feronda now, backhand from the 8 line. Forehand rebote by Eicada. CRB, backhand from the 12. Cortada by Eicada. What a catch by CRB. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand, straight back. Caught by CRB. Outside placement of the forehand rebote lands in and scores. 2 points for Feronda and CRB. Feronda serves.
It's always deflating. You know, it hasn't gone the Cyclones' way, but they finally get into a long rally. Rock's in a rhythm. Eicada's figured it out. They seem to, you know, be in good position to finally win a point. Then Feronda throws a perfect outside placement.
The ace for Feronda will score 3 points for Feronda and CRB. Feronda has the serve.
And then just a perfect serve right after, and now it's 3-0.
Rock on the backhand to the inside. CRB advances, take it in the air. Eicada at the side wall. Here's the backhand. Rebote forehand. Eicada gets in there. Great catch. Hard backhand follows. Rock on the right side from the 12 line. Feronda's there. Cortada will score. 4 points for Feronda and CRB of the Devils. Feronda serves.
And really all the play by the Cyclones has been defensive. I mean, Rock's making catches. They're deep in the backcourt, or they're saving rebotes and just giving it right to Feronda up there in the front court for him to do what he pleases with it. He's been killing it for both sides and effectively at that. Now 4-0 in set 2.
There's a backhand by Rock. CRB from the 10 line. Eicada calls for the rebote, plays it from the right side. Feronda cuts it off at the 8. There's the backhand by Rock to the forehand of Feronda. Feronda, Cortada scores on 2 bounces.
Yeah, just got
Second
it.
bounce before the catch was made. That's 5 points for Feronda and CRB. Possible set point.
And not much you can do again here. I mean, this is just a perfect Cortada. I mean, it doesn't even cross the wall, but it still gets the second bounce. You see just there before Eicada made the catch. Not often you see a perfect Cortada that doesn't cross, so that one.
Rock moves to the outside to make the catch. High and hard to the front wall. CRB on the bounce. Eicada cuts it off. Forehand to the inside. CRB's there. Here's the backhand. Rock on the catch. There's a backhand by Rock. Feronda's there. Rebote is missed. Point set and match for Feronda and CRB of the Devils. Taking it in straight set, 6-0, 6-0.
Wow, another perfect match in tonight's game day. I was saying you're not going to see 2 in the same season. And now you got 2 in the same game day. 6-0, 6-0. Feronda and CRB defeat Eicada and Rock and give the Devils a big game day win here late in the season. One match to close things out. Inaki and Manu go up against Hyro and Nicholas. Bradley on the move, breaking. He got there. Blast the forehand. Everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit. Sherry up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Sherry picks it up in the front court, whips it inside. Another one. Game day score reflecting that win by Feronda and CRB. Our second perfect win of the game day. And CRB did not lose a point today, folks. We'll ask him about that coming up.
So he lost a match, but not a point.
No, he didn't lose a match. Won both of them in perfect fashion.
Oh, that's right.
Let's hear from them. There they are, Feronda and CRB. Don't know if you heard, but CRB, 2 matches, and you won 6-0, 6-0 both. On a day where the Devils needed to play to come out with a performance like this, what does it show you about this team?
This team really, it's all about playing with confidence, trusting in one another, and always play to dominate.
Well, you guys did that. Awesome performance again. 6-0, 6-0. Not often you see it. Congratulations, and good luck in your final one next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go Devils.
I had made the wrong circle on my sheet, Andrew.
That's all right.
Earlier in the evening.
It happened quick, so it happens.
Wow.
Final match, top division doubles. Let's see the two teams, Inaki and Manu. 7-2 so far this season. They take on the full Hyro and Nicholas team. The Division I doubles spot overall is 2-6 for the Devils this year. And Hyro and Nicholas didn't get off to a great start either. Just one win when Hyro was here. But they're going to be playing on into the playoffs, and you can kind of forget about what's happened previously and just focus on the future. And this team, if they can continue to play like this too, I mean, they could very well look towards the championship. This Devils team has a ton of depth, and Hyro coming back just adds to it. About ready to begin our final match here. The final throws in the warm-up are ready to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin our final match of the game day top division doubles. Representing the Cyclones, we have the team of Inaki and Manu. And for the Devils, we have Hyro and Nicholas. There's the serve, we begin. Oh, what a perfect throw there. It's right on the wall, scoring quickly for the Devils. First point. Manu takes the serve, fires the backhand along the wall. This one's stopped by Nicholas. Oh, little Magic City bounce. Manu comes away with it on the right side. Sends it back. Nicholas takes it in as it crosses the wall. Catch on the inside there by Nicholas. Backhand. There's Manu. Catch by Nicholas. Back at the 13 line. Puts it inside. Inaki's there. Floats it high and deep. Manu with the catch, backhand. Wall to wall from the left side. Here's the rebote, forehand by Manu. Manu now back at the 12. Fires it hard inside. Nicholas is there, makes the catch. Plays it back, Manu again. Sam up a little bit further. Up. Catch on the inside there by Nicholas.
If that fan does it every time he catches the ball, this is going to be a kind of a long night. Because he catches, yeah, he catches quite a bit.
Rebote forehand, saved by Hyro. Manu. Low runner, scoop by Nicholas. There's the backhand. Nicholas. Catch along the wall by Manu. Floats it high and hard. That clears the screen. Nicholas. Manu along the wall makes the catch. Here's Hyro. Manu from the 11 line. Good catch there by Nicholas. Takes it right off the wall. Manu steps up, makes the play at the 11. Manu inside. Tough catch there along the wall. Backhand. Stopped by Manu. This one clears the screen. Robote forehand. Wall to wall. Manu is there to make the stop. Floats one wall to wall. Manu steps in, not going to let it cross. Back inside. Here's Nicholas. Robote forehand by Hyro. Comes up the middle. Inaki steps back. Cortada attempt. Nicholas is there. Robote forehand to the inside. Nicholas again. Backhand. Fired wall to wall. Manu lets it pass. Inaki makes the save. Forehand Robote. Inaki. Here's the backhand. Trying to pass, and he does. Nicholas steps out of the way. Hyro plays the Robote. Nicholas comes out a little lower this time. Manu steps up, sends it back. Sound from the 12 line. Manu gets up there. Strong backhand again. Nicholas in position. Robote forehand. It's a long one. Kicks off the wall. Inaki to the inside. Hard throw. Nicholas, what a catch. There's a powerful backhand to follow. Inaki on the Robote. Nicholas is there again at the 11. Sends it high and deep. Out of reach of both Cyclones. He saves it on the back end. Tough scoop made by Nicholas. Powerful throw.
This has become a point of attrition.
Oh, what a catch there along the wall, Manu. Back inside, there's Nicholas. Catch inside, Manu from the 12 line, who that opens up a bit. Hyro scrambling, he makes the save. This one's got to bounce. Manu controls it up high on the left side. Robote forehand, powerfully thrown, caught by Manu again. This time goes high and deep. Not past Nicholas though, makes the leaping grab. Nicholas trying to pass, Manu reaches in along the wall. Manu again. Nicholas now from the left side, backhand. Just out of reach. Inaki turns, look forward. His Robote is in the overhead screen.
It came down to an error.
2-0 Devils.
That ball just took off and hit the overhead screen after just volley after volley after volley. Phenomenal.
Hard serve, here's Manu. Low runner, here's Hyro with the catch. Backhand to the inside, Manu, what a stop. This one comes wall to wall, Hyro turns it up the middle, Manu with the catch on the right side, forehand. Crossing the wall, Nicholas running with it. Now has to save the Robote. Inaki, 2 wall, too low. 3 in a row for Hyro and Nicholas.
Inaki's been spot on in the practices with the Costado 2-wall. That one just caught the pad. He's apologizing to Manu. Manu's like, no problem, I play with the same side wall you do.
Catch on the left side of Manu again. Nicholas, great stop overhead in the corner. Manu fires it high from the left side. Rebote coming way out. Up at the 4 line, turned by Hyro. Manu stands in to make the play. Low bullet on the wall. Manu with a great catch. This one out of reach of both Devils. Hyro in position. Rebote clears the screen. Manu makes the catch. Keeps it inside. Coming in low. There's Hyro. Rebote forehand. Oh, trying to get it between them. Manu steps up, makes the catch, fires it wall to wall. Hyro stays up at the 5 line. Rebote coming back to Manu. He makes the catch. Manu from the 11 line. Catch
Beautiful
by
catch.
Nicholas back in the corner. Floats it up. Manu from the 11. Low to the inside. Tough one. Back it up. Nicholas scooped it up. Hyro, great stop. Came up on him quick. Plays it along the wall. Inaki ranging back. Makes the play. This one coming way out. Rebote forehand. Coming up the middle. Manu runs around it. Here's the backhand. Low to the inside. Tough one. Nicholas saves it. Manu now. Great read. Hard backhand follows. Here's the Rebote. Hyro gets in there. Makes the save. Manu with the catch. Now Nicholas from the middle of the court. Sends it inside to across the lady. Inaki has to dig it out. Hyro gonna let it pass. Nicholas now from the backcourt. Manu. Now Nicholas gets it by wall to wall. Rebote saved by Inaki. Nicholas steps up, makes the catch. Manu wall to wall. This one coming out again. Hyro by the 5, turns it inside, it's crossing. Manu steps up, makes the play, backhand 2 wall. Cut off by Hyro. Hyro fires it inside low. Manu gets there, backhand. Here's the Rebote now. Hyro's Rebote, wall to wall.
What a
Tough
catch.
catch there by Nicholas, crossing late, backhand. It's high off the back wall. He turns it. Nicholas now. Back on the inside, here's Manu. A leaping catch, Nicholas not gonna let it come out. Inside for Manu. Manu steps up, he's got it at the 10. This one comes shooting off the back wall. Hyro turns it, Inaki looking to cut it off. He does, sends it deep, it's coming way out. Hyro with the 3 line, turns it low to the inside. Tough one, Manu makes a save. It's
Right to
along
the
the wall.
inside.
Nicholas controls it again. That's on the wall. Inaki's Rebote comes back to Nicholas. Fires it inside, dropping. Oh my, what a catch by Manu. Ryan Rebote coming in even lower. Manu again catches it in the air. Tough one for Nicholas. It's missed. Inaki and Manu on the board with a point.
One of the backcourt machines wore out before the other one did. I mean, that's really all that happened. I mean, Manu catch by catch, throw by throw, court positioning perfect. Nicholas going ball for ball with him right there into the end. But Manu was just one catch more perfect in that series of volleys.
Nicholas, low runner to the inside.
Oh,
what a catch there. It's across the wall by Inaki. Nicholas now at the 11, puts it right on the wall. Manu takes it off. Great catch. What a backhand there. Hyro off his footing, lays it up. Manu just did get there again. Low
Look at this
runner,
one.
Nicholas all alone. He scoops it up. High, hard backhand. Rebote earned by Inaki. Nicholas makes the stop overhead. Manu on the inside, backhand opens up. Hyro, catch, forehand comes back to him. Manu runs around this one and saves Rebote. Kicks high to the outside, Nicholas. Forehand, cut off in the middle of the court by Inaki. Wall to wall now. Hyro, 2-wall Rebote by Hyro, score. 4-1 lead for the Devils.
He must have read a magazine on the plane home because that's not something that he throws. We've been talking to Hyro about throwing Costello 2-walls for years now, and he's closer to the end of his career than the beginning. He just doesn't throw it. Not only does he throw it, he throws it off of the rebote. Inaki's been playing with him for, 15 years, something like that.
That's why he didn't move.
Of course not. Inaki hasn't seen it. Beautiful throw by Hyro.
Hyro malfunctioned there for a moment and it worked out. What a stop there by Manu. Sends it inside. Hyro makes the pick in the air. Oh, what a stop up in the front court. Hyro sends it back along the wall for Manu. Great catch by Inaki. Backhand to the inside. Nicholas steps up. Backhand again. Here's Manu now. Comes out on the right side. Goes over the top. No play for Hyro. Nicholas waits for it back at the 13 line. This one, kick it up and out. Forehand rotate to the outside. Dropping low. Hyro makes the save. Oh, what a catch there on the numbers. Backhand. Nicholas again from the left side. Inaki with the catch. Here's the backhand. Forehand rotate, turn back up the middle. Oh, what a stop again by Manu. He fires it inside, cut off low by Nicholas. Backhand again. Stop by Manu. One out of reach of both Devils. Hyro on the back end, turns it low. Manu gets there. Forehand rotate, right back to Manu. He's got it on the left side. Backhand 2-wall, not enough. Hyro sends it low and hard. Diving save, rotate made. Hyro to the outside. Look at Inaki with the read. Carol by Inaki. Nicholas from the outside. Forehand.
And his point still going.
By Manu. Still going.
Not anymore.
Oh, and it scores. Wow. What a point. Inaki and Manu have two.
That's a phenomenal point. That's a phenomenal finish. Seeing Nicholas running up the side. But oh my goodness. See, at this level with these guys, it's like offensive if any one of them misses the ball. Yeah. So they're not going to miss a catch.
No, I mean, they've been on point. And Manu honestly seems to be energized by his #1 fan out there in the crowd. He's been throwing it hard. He's been phenomenal. What a high bouncing serve. Nicholas comes flying in, makes the play. Manu on the inside. Low runner, picked off by Nicholas. By Hyro, rather. Here's Manu. Back inside, here's Hyro again, cuts it off, sends it deep. Manu plays it on the wall. Forehand bote, cut off. Inaki, backhand. Fired out of reach. Hyro looking for it again, turns it low and hard inside. Rebote saved by Manu. Nicholas goes up for it. This one crossing. Manu from the left side. Oh, the backhand's too low. That's in the pad. Pad is bad. 5 points. Possible set point for Hyro and Nicholas.
I believe trying to go for the low runner and just a bit too low.
That's an underserve. First fault, second serve coming up.
Actually, I think that fan may be trying out for your job, Andrew. You know, the whole Manu thing.
He's killing it then.
Yeah,
he may got a replacement pretty soon.
Not a replacement, you get a promotion.
Okay. Paid vacation. What a catch there along the wall by Nicholas. Back inside, here's Manu. Backhand again by Manu, stopped by Nicholas. Back at the 13, goes high and deep. Oh, this one opens. Manu's got it on the right side. Forehand on the bounce. Nicholas picks it up. He goes deep. Rebote coming out. Inaki turns it inside, wall to wall. Hyro looking to get back in there. Oh, he hooked it. 3 points for Inaki Manu.
Rare miss there for Hyro. Usually takes everything about 3/4 or sidearm. In that case, looked like he tried to drop that in just above the pad. Wasn't the net effect, but that's what it looked like was happening.
Serve takes him to the outside. Nicholas, backhand. Oh, out of reach of Manu. Inaki comes cross court to make the save. Nicholas bowling inside, crossing the wall. Manu makes the catch. Nicholas back at the 13 line, puts it on the wall. Manu steps out of the way. Inaki saves the rebote. Here's Manu. Backhand up the middle. Nicholas now from the right side. Back inside. Inaki takes it right off the wall. This one coming high and deep. Rebote forehand, crossing the wall. Manu again has it in the air. Backhand, Nicholas with the read. He caught that one in the air. Now Manu from the 11 line. Fires it up the middle. Nicholas keeps it on the left side. Nicholas again a little bit deeper in the backcourt. Floats it up. Manu now just beyond the 11 line. Hard to the inside, has come shooting off the back wall. Hyro lays it up. Inaki takes it in, Costano to the inside. Nicholas all alone, he makes the catch. Forehand Bote, what a catch up high on the left side by Nicholas. Backhand, that clears the screen, coming back to Inaki. Sends the rebote wall to wall. Hyro's got to get in there. He turns it powerfully. Manu with the catch. Nicholas now over the 9, backhand inside. Manu from the 11 line. Wall to wall, that's kicking up and out. Hyro to the outside. Beautiful. The rebote scores off the outside placement. Hyro Nicholas take it 6-3. 2 minutes will come back in play, set 2.
So Hyro with a couple, well, the only real devastating shots that we saw, outside placement, the forehand rebote there, and a Costello 2-all earlier in this set, which,
yeah,
I mean, I had to check and make sure that that was Hyro.
Well, it certainly is. And, you know, he was the aggressor compared to Inaki there. You know, Inaki known for the left side, known for his shot making. And, you know, the one thing that you could say about this Cyclones team is that at times they've been maybe a little too defensive and getting in these long rallies.
I mean, Manu was just an absolute machine there in the backcourt.
Because this combination is just about as perfect as it gets. But the results, I mean, you see, I mean, the record is 7-2, but again, first set not going their way. Rebote 2-all. And the only time they've been susceptible is when they haven't thrown a ton of shots and when these points have gotten lengthy. And, you know, at this level, anybody can make just that one mistake at a long point. See the diving attempt by Manu, gives it right back to Hyro. He sends it outside. This is that crazy sequence.
Inaki stopped it. That's beautiful.
I think he
Nicholas,
thought the lane was clear.
You want to talk about reading it, reading your opponent and reading the ball perfectly. That's exactly what that was. But look where everyone is. They're all at or in front of the 8 line, and Manu just drops it to the inside. I think Nicholas believed that he may get a shot at a rebote there, but Manu basically took 2/3 off of his normal throw to land that one inside. There's the forehand, outside placement of the forehand rebote. Beautifully done.
As Devils have already won tonight's game day, just packing on the wins here if they can get this one, or Hyro and Nicholas. Clock is quadruple zeros. Let's begin. Set 2. Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin set number 2. Inaki Manu serve to Hyro and Nicholas.
There's
Great. There's the serve. Set 2 has begun. Nicholas high and hard from the right side. Robote, forehand for Inaki. Catch by Nicholas. Backhand, pulled in by Manu. Back inside. What a grab overhead by Hyro. Backhand along the wall. Manu ducks. Inaki turns it. Nicholas comes charging in. Controls it high on the left side. The backhand. Oh, what a play by Manu. Takes it right off the wall. Oh, and it's dropped. Inaki and Manu get the first point of set 2.
Inaki was so surprised that Nicholas missed it. I mean, he checked with him to make sure he was all right when he's going back to serve. So, ball has a ding in it.
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
Well, yeah. Now, ball has a ding in it, and so some discussion between Inaki and Nicholas as to whether or not you want to bring another ball out at this point or just play with the ding. The ding makes it a little unpredictable.
Yeah, and maybe why Nicholas just missed that catch. You know, it could have just knuckled right at the last moment. I think everyone just making sure they know what ball is in play.
100%.
It is a cold ball. Cold ball just meaning a brand new one. Been freshly taped. Back to the inside. Great catch by Manu. Plays it back. Here's Nicholas now. Sends it inside. Manu with the catch. Back up the middle. Nicholas now from the left side. Inaki comes flying in there to make the play. Robote forehand. It's on the numbers. Manu takes it right off. Sends it deep. Hyro up at the 5 line. Turns it inside again. Catch by Manu. Forehand Robote. This one dropping. Manu ducks. Inaki saves Robote. Comes out to the middle of the court. Nicholas over the top. Inside. Here's Manu again. Little bullet. Comes shooting off the back wall, turned outside by Hyro. Inaki cuts it off, sends it inside. It's a tough one. Nicholas missed the Robote. 2 points for the Cyclones.
So the decision was made to keep the ball, the same ball.
Okay.
Yeah, because when they started throwing, I was looking at this. I was like, no, that's not a cold ball. I mean, you have to have an eye for it, folks. I mean, many of you, I imagine, are developing it the more you watch Battle Court, but that was definitely not a new ball that came out.
Yeah.
That was the decision was made to keep the player's choice.
Makes sense. Okay.
You know, player's choice.
Nicholas on the backhand. What a stop by Inaki. Is it high and deep? Nicholas makes the catch in the corner. Oh, it's coming out. Inaki on the Robote. Turns it back inside. Nicholas with the stop up overhead. Manu at the 10.
What a backhand.
Blasts it on the wall. Hyro by the 4. Rolling hard inside. Tip ball by Manu. Hyro Nicholas on the board here. Our second set.
So Manu blasted that backhand, and then Hyro took a forehand and just really, really sent it.
What a hard serve coming in, Manu. Great control. Raise it back inside. Manu with the catch from the 12. Clears the screen. Nicholas waits for it back in the corner. Backhand by Manu. This one comes in low. Hyro stops it up in the front court. Fires it back. Manu from the left side. Back inside. Oh, Nicholas takes off. Saves it up above his head, but it's out of play. 3-1 lead.
All just landing out of play.
Nicholas gets up to the serve, fires it inside. Manu now from the 11. Wall to wall, here's the rebote. Hyro turns it. Right back to Manu, great catch. Nicholas now, leaping ground up overhead, back and inside. Here's Manu now. Keeps this one low, it's missed along the wall. Now 4 points for Inaki Manu.
So that was a clean miss by Hyro on the front court, but Nicholas really couldn't see the ball. You got a white ball going by Hyro. There is red on that jersey, but there's a lot of white in that whole picture.
Oh, no doubt. Nicholas backed up to the wall, sends it inside. Inaki plays it back on the numbers. Nicholas with the stop. Rebote forehand laid up by Inaki. Hyro, Hurtado, that'll score. Devils get one back. They now have 2. Inaki Manu with 4.
Beautiful catch here by Hyro on the forehand. You see that coming in hard. I believe that Manu thought that Inaki might be calling for it, seeing something that he didn't. Like the ball was going to come out, but that ball was not coming out. Or not coming out to Inaki anyway.
That's an ace. Makes it 3 points for the Devils. Hyro Nicholas down just 1.
That is not an easy thing to do, get an ace on Manu, but that was just beautifully served by Hyro.
Wow, what a stop there by Manu. Ripped it off the wall. Great catch by Nicholas overhead. Inaki, what a backhand. Nicholas stands in the back corner, takes it in. Inaki now from the 8. Tries to pass. Nicholas with a leaping grab this time. That's what opens up. Inaki reaching back. Hurtado kicks off the wall, but Nicholas read it perfectly. Scoop by Manu. Backhand. Fired up the middle. Nicholas has it at the middle of the court. Manu, great control there. Tough one. Nicholas steps up, fires it inside along the wall for Manu. Inaki blasts it out of reach. Rebote for Hyro to the inside. Oh, what a grab right on the wall. Here's Nicholas now, back to the 13. Plays it inside. Manu, backhand, cut off by Hyro. Nicholas steps up, he's got it at the 10 line, puts it inside. What a grab by Manu. Backhand dropping, Rebote, saved by Hyro. This one floated out of reach, past both Devils. Hyro set up for the Rebote, turns it powerfully inside. Manu with another catch. Rebote saved by Hyro, played it along the wall, backhand by Manu. Nicholas steps up. Manu now at the 13. Holds it inside. Nicholas with the catch. One drops between the Devils. Tough save right on the wall. Inaki cuts it. Outside placement. Scores for Inaki. That's 5 points and a possible set point for the Cyclones.
Beautifully executed by Inaki. Hyro looking for the rebote here.
Eventually, yeah.
At the side wall, Inaki attacks. Again, waits for it to come off the side wall, just rips it outside. That hit the floor right at the 4 line, headed straight out. Well done.
Here's a catch by Nicholas. Ooh, low runner. Almost got Inaki. Manu makes the play in the backcourt. Catch by Hyro. Picks up the pace. Puts it along the wall. Manu gets it. What a tough catch by Nicholas there. Ripped it off the numbers. This one between the Cyclones. Inaki calls for it, plays the rebote. Cyclones patient. Inaki takes it on the backhand. Rebote inside. Here's Nicholas now. This one dropping. Inaki again calls it off. Plays it just above the pad. Manu makes a tough catch. Backhand dropping. Hyro up the middle. Here's Manu from the 11. Back over the top. Look at Nicholas going up for it again. Forehand inside. Cut off. And Manu again. There's Rebote. Comes up the middle. Manu from the left side. Floats it high and deep. Past Hyro. He gets back in there for the save. It's tipped. Inaki with a missed ball. That extends the set here. 4 points for the Devils.
Yeah, that ball is kind of dropping out of the sky on Inaki.
Oh, Inaki
he
went for the
it.
serve. He knocked it down, so the Devils have tied it at 5-5. This is a possible match point for the Devils. Set point still for the Cyclones.
My goodness. Well, Inaki has an aggressive style of play.
Yeah, that's a tough one now,
If
Will.
he picks that serve, gets a good drop shot, or rifles it to the outside, he can do both. He's got to catch it first, though.
It's a hard serve. Manu takes it off the wall. Backhand inside. What a stop by Hyro. It's a tough one. Manu ducks. He saves the rebote. Here's Nicholas. Backhand to the inside. Manu keeps it on the left. Sends it high and deep. Hyro alone for the rebote. Plays it off the wall. Manu ducking again. Inaki makes a save. Back inside. Nicholas up at the 9. It's on the numbers. Inaki late turn.
Tough one.
Now Nicholas scrambling. Elects to play the rebote. He saves it. Inaki got crossed up there for a moment, but made the catch. Manu just could not get to it. Rebote left side. Played back to Nicholas. Rebote coming out. Died off the wall. Inaki with the save.
Footer.
It opens.
Oh, what a
Nicholas
catch.
from the outside. The carom is in. Inaki stops it. Forehand from the outside. That'll score. Point and set. We're going to a third one. Inaki, Manu take it 6-5.
Nicholas frustrated with that. No reason to be frustrated. I mean, that ball came up on him quick.
Yeah, big bounce off the side wall, and the carom too. I mean, he was under a decent amount of pressure with Inaki looking to get to it on the outside and kept the match going. Oh. Yeah.
Whatever Inaki's saying, it's funny. You know that. I mean, you know that. It's entertaining.
I would, yeah, well, I say most of the time that would be the case. Take a look at some of those replays there.
Right
I mean,
off
it
the
got
frame.
off to a really fast start, and it looked like, I mean, maybe the Cyclones are going to close this out pretty early.
That should be done. That ball's finished.
Outside placement here, just snuck it inside the boundary. Inaki giving it a little to the side wall there. Here's the diving rebote save. This is the last sequence here. Nicholas with the 2-wall. Doesn't open enough. And then Inaki, this one from the outside, back across Nicholas. Sets up our final set of the game day. Just a matter of who's going to win it. See the Cyclones over there in the players' cage. That is Manu with Inaki and Amigarena between them.
And they played with the ding, but the new ball's going to have to go out.
Yeah, I know you could, with a ding, but that ball was had a couple dings and a couple big dings.
Went from ding to done.
Pretty quick. Yep.
It happens.
Third set, ready to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, third set to decide our final match. Hyro Nicholas serve to Inaki and Manu. There's an overserve, first fault, second serve coming up. Second serve begins, our third and decisive set. Catch by Manu on the inside, backhand floated up. Nicholas makes the play. Manu now makes the catch along the wall. Nicholas stops it. This one coming up high, that hit the screen. That is out of play, just a round actually. Either way, that's a point four. Inaki Manu to begin set three.
Sometimes it flirts with the overhead screens. Sometimes, again, it gets in that shadow that runs along the side wall there, just above those topmost panels. Can make contact with the shadow. Shadows are okay.
Shadows are good.
Cannot touch the screen, cannot touch that rail. Nicholas
gets in there on the left side, makes the catch. Manu from the 10 line rather, plays the backhand. Wall to wall, Robote coming out. Inaki turns it. Back inside, here's Nicholas. Low runner. Manu goes up for it and makes the catch. Here's Manu from the 11. Oh, Magic City bounce, but a save by Hyro on the back end.
Yeah, clean miss.
Back under control. Manu from the backcourt. Fires it inside Nicholas. Great stop overhead. Manu again, this time from the 12 line. High and hard. Nicholas makes the play. Inaki now from the 8 line, sends it wall to wall. Here's the Robote forehand. Back up the inside, Manu gets there. Just out of reach of Nicholas, late call for Hyro. Saves the Robote, back to Manu's left side. Now Nicholas. Inaki able to cut it off at the 8 line. Inaki again, another chance, same spot. Plays the backhand right to Nicholas. He goes deep, not past Manu. He's stopped it at the 11 line. Oh, what a stop there along the wall, backhand. Caught by Nicholas. Manu with the stop now, backhand. Nicholas steps up, makes the play. Long Robote, Hyro turns in, Inaki, Costado. It's a splitter, it's scooped by Nicholas. A couple players duck, Manu scoops it up.
Love to see that good ducking. Nice and safe.
Oh, what a catch by Manu along the wall. Sends this one deep, but now past Nicholas. He's got it at the 12 line, puts it inside. Inaki now. Now Nicholas with the catch, but he never had it. 2 points for Inaki Manu.
Seemed like it was right there.
Great catch there by Nicholas. Plays it along the wall. Manu with the catch. Sends it high and deep. Hyro tracks it down. What a rebote, but Manu stops it in the air. There's Hyro from the 6th line. Back to Manu. Another rebote. Long one. Hyro. This one gets it to pass. Rebote for Inaki now. Cut off. Here's Nicholas. Rebote forehand by Hyro. Turns it inside. Manu now with the backhand. Hyro, great stop overhead. What a catch there by Nicholas. Backhand floated up. Manu able to bring it in again. Manu steps up. He's at the 11th line. Sends it wall to wall. Rebote for Hyro. Played to pass. Inaki with the early call. Sends it inside. Nicholas. Inaki, aggressive play. Cuts it off. Sends it deep.
Oh,
Not
what a
past
catch.
Nicholas, though. Great catch behind him. Forehand Rebote. Manu gonna let it pass again. Rebote saved by Inaki. Scooped up by Nicholas. Tough grab along the wall. Manu stops it. Up the middle now is Nicholas. Low runner inside. Back to Manu. Hyro. Sends it deep. Manu reaching back in the corner. Manu now out there. Rebote save. Clears the screen. Nicholas in the middle of the court. Sidearm play. Catching 3 walls. Inaki in perfect position. Makes the save. Nicholas back inside. Catch by Manu. Out of reach again. Hyro just has to flick it up there. That was right on the wall. Manu from the backcourt. Forehand crossing. Nicholas. Great stop again. Catch now at the 13 line. Inaki inside from the 9. Nicholas. Now Manu. Nicholas from the 12. Floats it up. Manu from the 11 line makes the catch. He sends this one high and deep. That's coming a long way. Hyro turns it, but right back to Manu.
Tough one.
Oh, Nicholas alone saves the rebote. Inaki didn't want it. Manu backing up. He scooped it up. Here's Hyro. Oh, bullet on the wall. Manu rips it off the numbers. This one coming deep. Long rebote for Hyro. Hard to the inside. Now Inaki sends it wall to wall. Hyro's got to get back in there. Just does. Inaki clean miss. Manu's got his back up. Makes the catch behind him. Manu now between the 12 and 13. Nicholas up a little further. Here's Manu with the catch. It's high off the back wall. Tough play. Saved by Hyro. Right back to him. Catch again as that one crossed the wall. Manu goes high and deep. Clears the screen. Bote to the outside. All he can do with it. Inaki sends it low and hard. What a scoop by Nicholas there with one hand. Nicholas now from the 12. This one dropping. Manu steps up to it. Sends it on the wall. Nicholas lets it pass. Hyro comes back for the save. Manu now just beyond the 11 to the inside. Rebote forehand saved by Hyro. Cut off by Inaki. Great control. Oh, what a stop there by Inaki again. On the inside, here's Nicholas. Nicholas floats it up. Manu keeps it on the left side. This one drops between the Devils. Hyro, quick turn on the back end. Inaki now coming back forward. He makes another save. Right to Nicholas. Powerful backhand. Caught along the wall by Manu. Hard backhand by Manu. Nicholas from the left side. To the inside. Manu again. This one comes in low. Picked up on the bounce. Nicholas floats it up. Manu from the left side. Scoop again by Nicholas. Inaki called him off. Robote turned inside, backing up. Nicholas scooped it up. Robote on the inside. Nicholas sends it deep. Not past Manu. Keeps it on the left. Plays it along the wall. There's Nicholas. Nicholas again. This time deep in the backcourt. It's right on the numbers. Inaki calls him off. Makes the save. Hyro now from the 7.
Beautiful
what a catch on the numbers by Manu again. Inaki from the 8. Wall to wall. Robote forehand turned inside. Dropping at their feet. Manu plays this one. Comes up the middle. Nicholas now. Scoop by Manu. Robote forehand, to the outside, it's gonna land in. Manu's got the Robote, 2-wall, 2 score. What a shot by Manu. It's 3-0. After all that, huh?
My, oh my.
A perfect Robote 2-wall after the
Inaki's
lane.
calling for it too. Manu has another idea. Beautiful.
Good stop by Nicholas on the inside. That's past Manu. Robote forehand. Turned by Inaki. Catch low by Nicholas. Fires the backhand. Cut off. Manu back at the corner. Manu steps up. Fires the backhand low. Hyro cuts it off. Plays it back. This one comes shooting off the wall. Robote now for Inaki. Turn. Picked up by Nicholas. Ooh, a Magic City bounce. Manu stays with it. Sends it high to the inside. Inaki. Nicholas rather cuts it off. Nicholas puts it inside. Manu takes it right off the wall. Backhand. Comes shooting to Hyro. It's a save. Nicholas from the 13. Oh, it's up in the overhead screen. 4 in a row for Inaki and Manu.
Unforced error by Nicholas. Just took off and hit the overhead screen there at the very end.
Nicholas controls it on the left side, plays it right to Manu. He makes the catch, fires the backhand. Nicholas is there in the corner. Manu just beyond the 11, puts it inside, gets it to drop between the Devils. Hyro sweeps it off the ground to save the Robote. Hyro, Robote save, cut off by Inaki. Backhand opens up. Nicholas plays in the middle of the court. Low to the inside. Here's Manu now. Backhand, it's on the wall. Hyro, great stop. Backhand. Oh, look at Inaki come flying in there. Feronda Robote, catch by Manu. Backhand, low to the inside. On the wall,
Tips.
it scores. 5 straight possible set. A possible match point for Inaki and Manu.
We have seen so many 5-0s tonight. more so than I ever remember, either going one direction or the other.
5 tonight.
No, in no way reflective of the play of Hyro and Nicholas in this set. They haven't been able to finish, but my God, they've been playing the points great. Look at Hyro grab that serve.
Hyro's got the serve, drop shot. Oh, he got there before the second bounce. What a read. Hyro to the outside, score. That extends the match, point for the Devils.
There'll be no shutout. Manu gets out, he takes off into his cesta and flips it back. That is just so picture perfect before the second bounce. That was just so perfectly done.
Oh, what a stop there on the inside by Manu. Catch by Nicholas now. Manu reaching low. He's got it on the right side. Forehand crossing the wall. Picked up by Nicholas. Backhand. Manu with the catch.
What a
Great
catch.
stop overhead by Manu. Back inside. Here's Nicholas. Great catch back at the 13 line. This one comes in low. Inaki able to cut it off. Just trying to pass. Nicholas steps in front of it. On and out to 13. Back up the middle. Leaping grab by Nicholas. Hard to the inside. Catch by Inaki.
Beautiful throw.
There's a forehander bote. One back. Manu with the stop. Low runner just above the pad. Scoop by Nicholas. Floats it back. Manu gets there again. Catch on the inside. Backhand from the 8. Manu's there to cut it off. Nicholas now from the 11 line. Puts it inside. Manu lets it pass. Inaki able to save it. That one out of reach. Hyro on the back end. Plays it inside. Manu with the stop. Floats it wall to wall. Here's the rebote. Rebote forehand by Inaki. Catch up overhead. Here's Nicholas now. Oh, that clears the screen all the way up to the 4 line. Turned hard. Tough one. Nicholas's 2-wall opens and
Beautiful.
it scores. Extends the match again. 2 points for the Devils.
Devils coming alive late, but very much coming alive. Beautiful 2-wall by Nicholas. Inaki tries to get out. Yeah. Good effort by Inaki. Just not going to get to that one.
Hard serve. Manu brings it in. Backhand. Cut off by Hyro. Hard to the inside. Manu from the 11. Low bullet. Tipped by Hyro. Point. Set and match. Inaki Manu take it in the third set, winning the final set 6-2. But the Devils win the game day 4-2. Folks, stay tuned to the post-game show coming up in just a few moments.
What is Court Jai-Alai? The world's fastest ball sport, and so much more. Jai-Alai is played inside a 3-wall court that measures just 120 feet long by 33 feet wide. The game is played with a hand-woven wicker basket called a cesta and a Jai-Alai ball. The ball is as hard as a rock, and it travels around the court at an average speed of 150 miles per hour. Players will crash into the sidewall or throw themselves onto the concrete ground without a single layer of padding just to get to it. Jai-Alai is like playing baseball if you had to catch and throw with just the gloved hand. And it's a rally sport, kind of like tennis, but much more dangerous.
Manny, there's a carom. Bradley on the move, breaking. He got there. Blast the forehand. Everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit by the ball.
Jai-Alai is played as a singles match or as a doubles match. The match winner is the first player or doubles pair to win 2 out of 3 sets played to 6 points.
Gaucheri up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Gaucheri picks it up in the front court, whips it inside.
What another
one.
made. Did it
He
again.
made it.
2 times back to back. That's freaking crazy.
Here's Gaucheri, 2-all return. Douglas reaching outside. Powerful forehand at the feet is missed for the
Point,
win.
set, and match.
Point, set, and match.
That's
Douglas.
respect.
Every point rally begins with a serve, then the players alternate catching and throwing the ball. While a point is being played, the ball can hit any of the court walls, but it cannot bounce twice on the ground. Simply put, the object of the game is to catch one more ball than your opponent, or better yet, to fire the ball so it can't be caught. When a player cannot successfully return the ball to the front wall, then 1 point is awarded to the opposition and the next rally begins with a new serve. A Battle Court Game Day consists of 6 matches, and the team that wins the most matches wins the day. Pick your favorite team, doubles pairing, or singles player, and cheer for them all season long. Or up the ante and bet on it. Battle Court Jai-Alai allows for wagering on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. The ball is lethal, the game is lightning fast, and the action is limitless. This is Battle Court Jai-Alai.
All right, boys, who we betting on?
However you bet, whoever you are, the sportsbook for every kind of player. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Hey everyone, welcome into the Battle Court post-game show. A big game day win for the Devils, 4-2. They defeat the Cyclones. We have one of those players for the Devils over in the players' cage joining us today. That is number 18, CRB, earning our player of the day honor. CRB with a perfect day. I don't think I ever thought I'd be saying that here. You won all 18 points you played. You did it in the front court for half of it. You did it in the back court for the other half. How have you been able to manage that so effectively throughout this season, switching positions day to day?
It's just practice. Pretty much when it comes down to the point, where I have to be, positioning. You even saw in that first match that I played, I actually had to run back in the play in the backcourt, and my mind just switched off to, all right, now I got to play back. I got to play defense. I gotta look for how I'm gonna make this catch without letting it hit off the back wall. So it's just a whole different mind state when you're playing in the front and in the back, and it's just understanding how to switch that.
Yeah, Chad, I mean, your doubles play this season has been phenomenal. Wherever you've been, front or backcourt, 14-4 overall in Division 6. What does a player with your skill set in that division bring to this championship Devils team?
I mean, I'm trying to do anything I can to really help this team. I've been frozen at the 6th position for a couple years now, and I know that the reason why I'm the 6th position for that reason and being frozen is because I have high expectations. I gotta put a lot of pressure on myself to make sure that I'm living up to those expectations and putting points on the board, winning games, and staying focused on being confident and making the right catches, the right throws, being in the right position, and more importantly, communicating with my partner.
Yep.
Chad, tonight you played mistake-free. Solid catching both when you were in the front court and back court, as Andrew pointed out. Sometimes when you're in the front court, you take that backswing to throw a Costavo and the ball's dropped out. Whereas when the last 2 seasons or 3 seasons, whatever it is, when you're playing in the back court, you don't miss a ball. And tonight you literally did not miss a ball.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that you're trained as a front courter, but do you enjoy playing front court more than back court or back court more than front court?
It's funny that you asked that. I really like the front court.
Well, I'm asking for a reason.
Yeah, I like the front court for the mentality aspect.
Okay.
I guess it's both very different. When I'm in the front court, I love that attacking mentality, looking for the shot, looking to make that throw, and it just being confident to make that throw. Whereas the back court, it's just more laid back. I just try to really calm my nerves And it just feels like it's a little easier in the back because the ball is not right in my face right away, or I have to make a decision. I have time to make the decision. I have time to communicate with my partner. And more importantly, it's just like, if I just stand there and just move where I know the ball is going to be and just take my time, don't, choke up on it, or just nice and relax. Nicholas says it best to me all the time. He's just calm down, be confident, relax, just look to catch it. And I just look at his play style, and he's like so calm with everything.
You did it perfectly tonight, Chad. You did it absolutely perfectly, especially in the back, and that's good to know for the future.
Yeah, awesome playing, Chad, and good luck in your final game day and in the playoffs moving forward. Thank you for the time.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
CRB Earning Player of the Day honors. Let's get to some of those replays, though, and recap the action we saw back behind us today. Was a well-played game day here, starting off early with a dominant performance by the Cyclones. That was Inaki Amigarena getting a decisive win over Feronda and Benny.
Inaki spot on throughout the evening. And Manu later on a machine. Amigarena, just a different version of the machine on the left side. I mean, Amigarena's catching on the left side is just so good.
Our next match here, that was Manu against Nicholas in singles top match. Nicholas kicking his second singles win this year. Beautiful placement shot there, opening up to the outside.
Aggressive play serving Nicholas well. Just did a great job. See Nicholas backing up here, forehander bote, trying to get that to pass, but also not feed Manu. Reads the outside play well, and again, gets it past him. That's not coming out.
And then next singles match, Hyro against Amigarena, singles Division 3.
Great to see Hyro back after he was out for several weeks. And again, Amigarena in doubles in the backcourt on that left side, almost spotless. Singles, he's struggled with a little bit more, and that was the case tonight.
But just a powerful forehand there. I mean, all of these low and hard crossing the wall, it's just tough to handle consistently. That's what makes Hyro so difficult in singles play.
Oh, absolutely. He just is so spot on with this forehand. His accuracy, so first of all, his ability to catch consistently, but it's just a punishing forehand. That's a beautiful save by Amigarena.
Get to it one time, and then it's coming right back at you. You got to catch it again, and it's
lower
even
and
harder.
harder. Yeah, I mean, lower and harder. Lower and harder.
Then
double CRB, where he says he finds it relaxing in the back.
Yes. Well,
I mean, I can
looked
picture
pretty
him back
relaxed
there with
out there tonight, the way he was catching.
Cesta in one hand and a fruity cocktail in the other hand, just catching and throwing from the backcourt.
Eating grapes off the vine.
Absolutely, in between points. But no, I mean, look at him back. I can.
He did look. I'll tell you, he did look comfortable, look confident. I mean, he looks relaxed out there. I mean, just look at him. He's just moving around, just looking at the ball. If you need me to catch it, I'm here. Not going to do anything too crazy. Oh, there's an outside placement.
He did it really well. Did it really, really well. And what a match to finish things off.
And then the finale here. I mean, just some incredible points. Lengthy, well played. All four players getting involved. Tough way to end it. Tip ball there along the wall by Hyro. Ends it in the third set.
Manu, an absolute machine. Manu and Nicholas, catch by catch and throw by throw.
Just see frustration there in the end, but a hard-fought match and a good sign for Hyro Nicholas as the Devils are going to be playing on into those playoff rounds. As Stu and I join you here back on camera. Speaking of the playoffs, let's take a look at our standings and see where all 6 of these teams stack up, because at this point of the season, I mean, we're nearing the end. Some teams are already done. For example, the Renegades there have already played their final game day, as have the Chargers. Fireballs and Devils still looking for the #1 seed. That'll be determined next next week. But the big story is the fourth and final playoff spot, Chargers and Warriors. Those two teams will be playing this week. The Devils will be playing the Warriors. So basically what's going to happen for the Warriors, if they tie or win the game day, all they have to do is tie the game day against the Devils. They will advance to the playoffs over the Chargers. The Warriors have every tiebreaker over the Chargers, so if there's a tie in any way in terms of the points, the Warriors will be advancing. So just a tie needed in that game day against the Devils on Monday. And then on Tuesday, the Fireballs will play the Cyclones. The Fireballs will know exactly what they need to do to stay atop our standings. Now, with all that being said, let's take a look at that Monday game day, which will be played between the Devils and Warriors again. Warriors tie, they're in the playoffs. Hyro and Manny get things started. Then 3 doubles in a row. Feronda and CRB take on Correa and Julin. Then Hyro and Nicholas take on Douglas and Manny, and then CRB and Kubawa go up against Correa and Bradley. Then back to singles, we'll see Nicholas against Douglas, and then the finale will be Feronda and Benny against Alex and Manny. That will be on Monday, and then Tuesday, Fireballs and Cyclones. That will be the final
game day already.
Final game day of the regular season.
It seems like it came up out of nowhere.
But don't worry, Stu. Next Friday, again, a week from today, there will be one of the semifinals played. So we'll get you that information next week. Just have to see how the seeding works out. We'll tell you that probably on Tuesday after the game day. And then on Sunday, that will be the 4th of May. That will be the other semifinal. Then we come back on May 9th, and we declare a champion. Stu and I will be back here for that, as we will be on Monday to continue this Winter 25 Battle Court season. We'll see you back here 5 p.m. Monday.
See you at 5 on Monday. Bye-bye.
Hyro, do you have any serving rituals?
Yeah, I have a lot of them.
Today we're comparing the tennis ball to the highlight ball.
Just like that effortless look, you know, but it's really a lot of effort.
5 facts about Battle Court Highlight you didn't know.
The ball averages a speed of 150 miles an hour, and the world record is 190 miles an hour.
Hi, my name is Anderson, and I cracked this glass.
I love y'all boys!